Hey y'all, I wanted to make a video really quickly about StitchCon. I'm going to StitchCon. I'm leaving tomorrow. Okay, so I got into StitchCon late. You know, the signups were back in October, like the beginning of October, I think. And I didn't sign up in time. I was like 2 hours. I think I registered like 2 hours past when they opened. And then of course by then, but I think I made it right, you know, barely made it on the waiting list, I guess. But then I got an email the beginning of April, I believe, saying that I got in, and I was really kind of shocked. And so I had to do a lot of catching up and finding a place to stay and figuring out how to get there. But I made it all work, and I am going to StitchCon. This is going to be my first, not just StitchCon, but first retreat ever. So I feel, I already feel a little awkward just because it's like I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna be just like, what do I do? I'm sure I'll get help, but so it's like an exciting nervousness, I guess. I don't travel a lot I don't fly a lot. I'm not a frequent flyer. I'm not scared of flying. I just don't do it a lot. And so that's, kind of makes me a little bit nervous. But once I, get on my way, I usually am pretty good. Well, my main thing that I'm worried about now, and I just put like a question on the group, the StitchCon group, is my main concern right now is, can I take my rechargeable magnifying light glasses that I wear that have lights and magnification, can I take them on the plane in my carry-on? They got all these rules, and you go into like the whole TSA, what's allowed and what's not allowed and all this kind of stuff as far as, the amount of liquid. If it's flying can be such a pain, really. But, I'm doing it. It's done now. But anyway, I'm just trying to figure out if I can take these glasses, because they start talking about rechargeable stuff and lithium batteries. And I don't know. Is that like... Anyway, I'm taking it in my carry-on, like backpack bag. And so, if they're dangerous, then I guess I'll take them and I won't be able to see to stitch, but oh well, I think it'll be okay. Okay, so I was gonna show you, so I have my bag is packed just about. I'm drying a couple of things I want to throw in there. And I am taking 3 projects, and I'm gonna show you what they are. First of all, everything is fitting in this one little bag. I've seen, people are making videos of the stuff they're taking and how many projects they're taking. I know me. I'm a good stitcher when I'm by myself. But when I've got other stuff going around, like I can't stitch on the plane, no, forget that. I'm not even attempt to do that. But when there's other people around and there's other things happening, I can't be looking down and stitch. I say this, and maybe I'll surprise myself, and maybe I'll actually get some stuff done. I can see myself stitching in my hotel room in the early morning, or the morning before the stitching room starts, or somewhere, like that, before, when I first wake up, and hopefully of having a coffee, because I don't even know if the place I'm staying has a coffee maker. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm gonna do if I don't have coffee. Anyway, okay, so I just know I'm not gonna if I stitch a lot on these, I'll be so surprised. I just don't anticipate stitching a lot. Plus, I have to have a lot of, my eyes are terrible, so I have to have a lot of magnification and light. And also I'm just better at two-handed stitching, and I'm not taking a stand because, I don't want to put a stand in my suitcase. So, I'm just gonna be like, probably looking around. I know me, I'm just gonna be like, I'll try to put a stitch in and it'll be like, what? That's just me. Okay, so in my bag in this front zipper, which I just threw this in here. I actually ordered these. I ordered like 4 bags, I'm only taking one, of some needle threaders for me and for anyone else who needs one. And then the projects, well, I am taking my bag of tools, which these are needles, scissors, needle threader, whatever, the tools to stitch with. I'm guessing it's okay for me to put them in my checked baggage. See, I hate worrying about all that kind of stuff. Then I'm taking this frame, which this is a Nerge, like kind of squared hoop frame. And it just tightens like this. But the reason I'm taking this one and not a Q-snap, because this is very light and I'm gonna be holding it in hand. So that's that. Then I'm gonna be taking these mag eyes, which if the lighting's good enough in there, I might be okay with just these, because I'm taking 18 count projects, which are an Ada, 18 count. Okay, so the first project I'm taking is this one. And this is from Gecko Rouge. It's the Tom Fedro, and it's called Bejeweled. And this is what I have done on it so far. That. So it's a lot of just block color, and I have it on Pattern Keeper, so that'll be easy to keep track of. So I just thought simple, and it has a total of 20 colors, which are all right here on a ring, ready to go. Okay, then I'm taking, I don't have a picture of it, but it's called Rock Hounds, and I've showed it before. I've only done this much. And these are all on 18 count Ada, I believe. But this is Rock Hound, and it's Carolyn Manning, and it's got a lot of, here's all my floss. They look messy, but oh well. And they got a lot of the etoile, or whatever it's called, etoile. I don't know how to say that. So I'm taking that. And, you know, my hope is just to get some work done on some of those. I'm not taking a project that I plan on. Okay, if there's one project that I can finish, it's this last one. But I'm not really taking a project that I plan on finishing, although I like to ring the little bell or whatever. I'm not counting on that. That's okay. I'll just be happy for all those who do, and it'll be fun to see what everybody finishes. Okay, so this is one that I started back in October. I can't remember the name of it. It's Where Did I Put My Broom or something like that, but it's by Jacob from Modern Folk Embroidery. And this one is also, and it's just done in black, so I thought that would be easy too. I might start on this one, just to see some progress with like a word. And well, what is the deal with the blues all of a sudden? Blue. But yeah, it's just done in black, and I have all 3 of these patterns are on Pattern Keeper. So I'm taking my tablet and the charging cord, of course, to go with it. And that's it. That is all I'm taking. Now, I mean, as far as projects go, I think that's plenty. I have everything that I need. It's all kitted up. I don't have to do anything. It all fits in one bag. And that's, you know, great for me. I'm also taking I'm taking a bunch of patterns. Ones that I actually bought a lot of them, I'm taking probably about 10 different patterns to put on the freebie table to give away, because I decided that I'm probably never going to stitch them, because even since March my tastes have changed. I know, it's so weird. I mean, as far as like what I'm really liking stitching, there's some things right now that I'm really liking, and these I'm just like, you know what, I like them, but I just don't think I'm going to stitch them, and so I'm going to pass them on. And then so I've got that. I've got one thing that I'm going to put on the, I'm not going to show, but I'm going to put it on the brag table. I'll take a picture of it when I get there. And then of course I'll talk to you about the floss drops. I've got for the project I just showed you, I've got my black DMC on my face. Let's see, I wrote. So yeah, I messed up when I made these. I messed up, like, remember the foil on the back? I messed up. The back was supposed to be blank and say, or just, it was supposed to be blank, so you could just write on there like the floss number, or I didn't even think I had it. I told you I did these late at night after I'd had like 2 glasses of wine and I was tired and I was a little tipsy, and I just ordered them. I didn't do them right because of that. But anyway, you know, people can like look at my face if they want to. But I made up a bag of, this is what I did. I made little, okay, because I didn't put any information on them at all. Any information, anywhere, any blank line or anything to write anything. They're just my face on both sides and one in foil. They're not, I didn't punch them, but I put 5 of them in a bag, and then I'd ordered these little, I don't know, like address labels that have my Instagram, floss tube and Instagram name on them. Yeah. Everybody's that I've seen are so cute. And then there's this. Oh well, it was funny. I got a laugh out of it. But yeah, besides that, I'm getting in, oh gosh, this is another issue that I'm trying to figure out. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. I know that when I leave tomorrow, it's gonna be 2 something, and then when I get there, it's gonna be probably like 8, like to the hotel, it's gonna be like over past 8. I know I'm gonna be starving, because I mean, this body needs fuel. And I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to learn how to use I know how to use DoorDash, but I'm gonna try to use, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm hoping somebody will be there and can drive me someplace to get something to eat. But y'all, this is just, I'm really kind of a shy person, so I hope people talk to me. Anyway, what I was gonna come in here, another reason why I wanted to come on and tell you, you know, show you what I'm taking, but also I'm going to be putting updates on, I mean, starting tomorrow, just of my whole adventure, you know, getting to the airport, I mean, just stupid stuff. And I'm really doing it, okay, so I'm doing it 2 reasons why. And it's not to, you know, brag or anything, like I'm going to StitchCon. It's not because of that. It's because, and if it comes across like that, I'm sorry, but last year I didn't get to go, and I really, really, really enjoyed watching everyone's updates like that. I mean, like, I felt like I was like going with them. I liked watching all the videos. I think I watched all the ones that were out, just recaps of StitchCon and all the, you know, that's kind of what helped me decide to even register to go, or to go to a retreat in the first place. But I thought maybe someone out there would enjoy watching also, or seeing also. Plus, I'm probably gonna do a video, but I'm also gonna do a lot of Instagram stories, and I'm gonna put them in stories, and I'm also gonna put them in the highlights so you can go back and watch them after, you know, the day, after 24 hours, I think they go away, but it will stay in the highlights. And then the highlights is like under my profile on Instagram. You can find it. I think it says SC 22 or something like that. But I'm gonna put some stories, and I'm doing this for anyone who wants to go and watch. My Instagram is, and I would love, this is gonna help me so much if you do this. Okay, my Instagram is the same as my YouTube, or my FlossTube channel name, Angela Loves to Stitch. Go over there and follow me or whatever. And then you can see my stories. I mean, comment, send me messages or whatever. I don't know if I'll be able to get them when I'm on the plane, but I'm doing it so you can see, but also for me, because it helps me. I'm sorry, I'm just waiting for someone to come walking through the door right there. It helps me, it distracts my mind and gets my mind focused on something else, so I'm not like nervous about the whole experience, like as far as like getting there and everything. So that's why I'm gonna do the stuff like, this getting there stuff. If I remember to do it, I gotta remember to do it. But I think it'll be a good distraction and help me from not being nervous. So please go over to Instagram and follow me there at Angela Loves to Stitch. Angela loves the number 2 stitch. And then you can see what's going on with me, and fingers crossed that they don't cancel my flight, because they're canceling a lot of them, I know, and that would just really stink. I would probably make my husband drive me. I would probably cry. I've had a really stressful week. Actually, I've had a really stressful couple of months. Family stuff, and maybe some of y'all will learn about that. I have my floss is stuck in my zipper, and I don't really know how to get it out. But we'll just start off with, there's a lot been going on, but the main thing is on Saturday night, we went to the lake all day on Saturday. We were at the lake all day Saturday, not all day, but a lot of the day, and came back, got back to our house about 9, and like almost as soon as we walked in the door, my mom called my husband, and she said she tried to call me, which she called me once, but her stomach had started hurting. I was about to get in the shower. I had my bathing suit on. I was about to go to bed. I was exhausted from just being out in the sun and everything. She said her stomach was really hurting and she didn't know what it was and she couldn't get up. And so my husband and I went over to her house and she was just laying on the couch, and you can tell she was very uncomfortable and in pain. And so we went to the pharmacy and got her some like Pepto-Bismol, and she'd already taken some Gas-X because she thought she had like a big gas bubble. Sometimes that happens. So we got her some like Tums and some Pepto-Bismol. We thought maybe she just ate something that didn't agree with her. But then she started talking about how, it was in her lower stomach. And so we were just waiting for it to go away. And she's like, I don't think this medicine has taken effect. It'd been like, 45 minutes. And I finally just said, okay. I told my husband, I said, go home, because we only live like 5 minutes from her. I said, go home, I'll let you know what's going on. So he left, and not like 5 minutes later, it just started hurting worse. And so I said, let's go to the hospital. And so we went to the emergency room and ended up, and she was just like, she couldn't even walk and get out of the car. I had to put her in a wheelchair. She was just like sitting in the waiting room, like, oh my gosh. I've never ever seen her in that kind of pain before. So we get back, and to make a very long story short, we were there I got home at 3:30 in the morning. 3:30 in the morning, because they gave her a bag of fluid. She actually got sick when she was there because it was hurting so bad. And then they gave her 2 antibiotics because and they did a CT scan. Turns out she has diverticulitis, and she was having like an attack. She didn't even know she had diverticulitis. So anyway, so she is on medicines, and that's like, I'm feeling guilty about going because of I've been helping her, remind her to take her medicine and everything, but my husband promises that he can do it. And he says, you go, I will handle it. So anyway, so it is about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I got to go over to her house right now and help her sort out the medicine that she needs to take for today and tomorrow, the rest of today and tomorrow. So I've got to go, but I just wanted to say hi and let you know that I'm going to StitchCon. Yay, StitchCon A, and follow me on the Instagram for my stories. Okay. All right, y'all. Thanks so much. See you later. Bye.